Hello, this is Warren Davis with the Village Network, and I'm here to give you all the information I can about our upcoming Housing Expo we have on this Saturday, April 22nd. So again, Warren Davis with the Village Network. You can reach us, and if you have any questions, feel free to give us a call at 312-738-1060. But the expo is coming up on this Saturday, April 22nd. And if you look here, you can see the website, ChicagoHousingExpo.com, and we're going to get into that in just a moment. So I'm not joined by my beautiful co-host, my wife, LaShawn, so I'm going to just give a wave and say, hi, LaShawn, I love you. And most of what we're talking about here and what we're doing is as a result of LaShawn's efforts. So first and foremost, the Housing Expo coming up this Saturday. This Housing Expo is for three types of individuals. One, it's going to be for the people that are looking to buy a home. If you are renting today, I can say with 100% confidence, that makes no sense. For what you are paying for rent, you could own your own home. Now, it's interesting. We actually put a billboard, LaShawn and I, on 95th and Stony Island. Many of you may know where that is. That's on the south side of Chicago, but it is at an intersection where you have to wait a good 15 minutes sometimes just to get to 95th and Stony and continue on your way. Which means that everyone there has plenty of time to think about what they're looking at on that billboard. And it is a full-size billboard, and it says these words. It says, you can buy or sell your home or a home. So given the fact that it said you can, and I'm willing to bet thousands of people went by there and were thinking, well, no, I can't. So I could sit here and tell you how great this expo is, but I need to address a fundamental problem. I think we got 5 calls from that billboard. Yeah, we spent about $4,000 and we got 5 calls. Now, frankly, when I put the billboard up, I was pretty excited. I was like, well, I'm going to get a lot of money out of this. This is really good. And the fact that we only got 5 calls says something. I think what it's saying is that there are a lot of people out there that are not confident in what they can do relative to real estate. I think they're thinking that, you know what, you're probably watching this program saying, well, I don't make enough money to buy a home. And if I have a home, I certainly couldn't come up with enough money to do anything to it. Well, you're wrong. If you are paying rent today, then that money could be going towards a mortgage, plain and simple. Now, the only thing that would stop you from doing that is 2 things. One would be your credit, and the other would be money for down payment. Well, guess what? At this Housing Expo, we're going to have these guys here. That is credit experts from ECS, Excellent Credit Services. Excellent Credit Services is run by a gentleman by the name of Dennis. And Dennis is one of those people that is very, very good at what he does. If you go out to their website, which obviously is not going to happen right now for some reason, you will find out specifically the kind of things that they can do for you. At the end of the day, they're going to address your credit issues. So again, if it's a credit issue, you're going to walk away from the expo with clarity on how to address that. If it is a money issue, then we have the Illinois Housing over to your left on your screen, I believe is where it shows up, Illinois Housing and Development Authority. They have $7,500 towards down payment assistance. So you have Illinois IDA, which is Illinois Housing Development Association Authority, and they give $7,500 towards down payment. And I'm messing up the name, but $7,500. That's a lot of money towards your down payment. And then if you can get your credit issues addressed, then what's your excuse? Why would you not buy? You got the money for down payment and you got the credit. Why are you going to keep your Lord? Not the good Lord, your landlord. So if you're at home watching this, you need to find yourself at 1900 West Jackson, the new Malcolm X, this Saturday, and you need to get online at chicagohousingexpo.com and register for this expo that's going to be free, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. all day. Now, if you own a home, if you're a homeowner, you probably watch HGTV or shows like that and you're thinking, wow, I wish I could do what I see on TV. That looks so cool what they're doing. They're really turning that home into a beautiful home. Well, I'm here to say, I'm here to give you a hammer. I'm here to give you a hammer so you can break down your own cabinets. And then we'll put you in a nice Airbnb while the work is being done. How? Where's that money going to come from? Well, that money's going to come from your home. Not the way it is now, the way it's going to be. You say, how is that possible? Well, you need to come to the expo. But I'll tell you how it's possible. There are actually mortgages out there that don't look at what your property is currently worth. They look at what your property is going to be worth, and that's how they give you the money, based on what it's going to be worth. Sounds hard to believe? It is what it is. That's how they work. One of them is called FHA. Everyone has heard of FHA. That's a government loan. It's called the 203K, FHA 203K. Been around for decades. Now, a lot of people that have heard of this loan, they say, well, that loan is no good. I come here to say that they don't know what they're talking about. And I say it on TV. If you're saying the FHA 203K is no good, you do not know what you are talking about. You got companies like Wells Fargo, not PNC, iMortgage here, guaranteed rate. They have dedicated departments. That's all they do. You have a plethora of mortgage companies out there. Here's another one. Finance America. I mean, there are so, Blue Leaf Lending. There are so many mortgage companies that have these types of loans that don't look at what your property's worth. They look at what it's going to be worth. So, you come to this expo, we're going to get you pre-qualified right there on the spot. And if we can't get you pre-qualified, we're going to tell you exactly why, so you can fix those issues so that you can be pre-qualified. And guess what we're going to charge you for that? Nothing. It's free. You have nothing to lose by at least coming to this housing expo and seeing if you can get pre-qualified. So, if you're a homeowner, and you've been in the home for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and it probably looks it, because you really haven't had a way to come up with the money to transform it. If you went into some of these flipped homes around you, and you know they're flipping homes around you, they're flipping them beautifully. They are like OMGs. Seriously, they're absolutely gorgeous. Everything in it is new. You can have that in your own home. And you can have it now. You can get the money. You can get pre-qualified. You can't get any more than you can afford, but you can get the money to do that. It's a life changer. When you come home to your new home and you step to the door and you're like, wow, I can't believe this is mine. I mean, you watch it on TV all the time. You just never thought you could actually do it. Just like that sign behind me says, be informed, coalesce, be empowered. We're here to empower you. We're here to show you the money. Typically, that's what most people need. Just show me the money. Those famous words. Show me the money. Well, we're going to show you the money clear as day. And if you refinance your mortgage, you know what? You don't come out of pocket a penny. Everything is going to come out of the loan, out of your home. It's going to finally do something for you. It's going to transform your life. Yes, your home, the one you live in now. It's going to transform your life. It's going to give you the money to transform it. I know some of you got to be thinking in the back of your mind, well, if they're doing all that work to my home, where am I going to stay? That's a very good question. Well, you can put up to 6 months mortgage payments into the loan. 6 months. So you don't have to worry about where you're going to live while the work is being done. We'll put you in a nice Airbnb. That stands for bed and breakfast. If you don't know about it, look it up. They're like the Uber for the hotel industry. Awesome. You get to stay in a beautiful home while your home is being revitalized. How could you say no to that? You could say no and just continue to live in the home you have. You can go out and buy a new car if you wanted to. You can get that money. Why? Why would you spend money on a depreciating asset? And when you get the car, they don't ask you how much you can afford. They just give it to you. But when you buy a home or you renovate a home, they're going to say, can you afford this? Chances are, if you just bought that new car, you may have put yourself out of the running. Maybe now you can't afford it because that's taken more than half of what your mortgage payment would be. But guess what? You can get the house, revitalize it, and then go get the car, which makes more sense. There's a sequence of events. Get the mortgage, get the new mortgage, revitalize your home, revitalize that old mortgage, get rid of it, replace it with the better one, and then go get the car. Now you have what I call the cake and eat it, which is a good thing. Now, there's another market, another set of people that we're going to talk to at this expo that needs to be there. Many of you know that real estate is a way to make money. But every time you go out there to try to find out about it, there's always some kind of scam, some kind of gimmick, some kind of catch. Oh, you need a whole lot of money, like these hard money loans. Well, yeah, those are good, but they're not the only option. There is another option for you. These same renovation loans that allow you to be able to get money based on your future value, they will also give you money to buy an investment property. So you can have a home and so you can say, you know what, my home is already beautiful. I just bought it. But I would really like to invest in real estate. Well, where does that money come from? That money comes from the same renovation programs, that same, not the FHA version. There's one that's called Homestyle. It's the Fannie Mae version. We just call them Consumer Renovation Programs, CRPs. So there's a CRP for investors. You can put 5% down, and then you can buy a property and get the money to renovate it, all within the same loan. Matter of fact, you can get 4 of them. And guess what? When you do it this way, you don't have to know anything about construction because the loan has within it everything you need to do the work. The contractors, the designers, the architects, everything is included in the loan and it's all provided for you. We set up a company called Shore Partners and we align you with all those partners. And guess how much we charge you for that? Free. Why? Because they pay us. We're going to bring them to you. We're going to bring you to them. And they're happy to pay us. They're happy to cover our fee. So to us, to you, we're free. So you don't have to worry about where you're going to find those resources. But for those that can't go that route, let me tell you something. Hard money is an incredible, incredible, powerful tool. It's not as hard as it used to be. It used to be hard money was hard money. Now it's not so much different than the regular mortgages. But it gives you the ability to be free to do the renovation how you need to get it done. And there are plenty of resources out there that we can connect you with in order to do that. Matter of fact, we're going to have one of them at the expo. These guys, Lima One Capital, right there in the center of the screen, they're going to be there and they're going to have a gentleman there to give a workshop that is an experienced flipper. He's made a lot of money doing it. And he is here to show you how you can flip your home. Not your home particularly, but the home that you want to buy and flip. He will be there to answer any questions you could possibly have about how to get this done. So you don't want to miss this housing expo because we're going to have all types of workshops, which brings up a good point. Let's talk about some of these workshops. Look at this. So you can register for a workshop, and again, they're free. We have one on down payment assistance. Consider this. I was just talking about that. Down payment assistance. And who's that from? Illinois Housing Development Authority. They are going to talk about their $7,500 down payment assistance program that only requires you to have only 1% down. The next workshop, student loans. You know one of the #1 things that stop people from getting loans are these mortgages are the student loans. They go to college, they go to there for 4 years, they graduate, and they come out of there with so much debt, they can't buy a house. And you try to work things out with the student loan companies, and they're inflexible. So we're going to have Student Loan 411 to really educate you on how you can properly manage your student loans. Then from there, For you first-time home buyers, NHS, that's Neighborhood Housing Services. They are the primary delegate agency for the city of Chicago when it comes to housing. And they're going to talk to you specifically about how, as a first-time home buyer, the things that they have, including their own down payment assistance that you can combine with other down payment assistance. It's just incredible. You have people buying homes that, again, you can only get what you can afford, but this is an incredible opportunity to learn how this delegate agency can help you become a homeowner. And it keeps getting better. Then we have interior design. You know, you watch these HGTV shows, but you're like, is it real or is it not real? Well, Cynthia Smith, she's going to be the next president of the American ASID, the American Society of Interior Designers, and she's going to show you the reality between what a designer can do for you versus what you see on TV. It's pretty close to the same, but there are some nuances and you're going to want to know about them. But she's going to introduce you to how a designer can play a significant role in your life when you do a renovation. And again, Lima One Capital, Mark Buford, he is going to wake up the investor in you so that you can understand how you can flip a home, how you can take advantage of this huge market and become an investor. If you're a doctor, if you're an attorney, if you're a professional that has a lot of money sitting around and you just want to figure out how you can take advantage of this market, well, you can make even more money by coming to this workshop and this expo and learning how Lima One Capital can take your money and make it grow. Then, Shore Partners, near and dear to our heart, we're going to show you how we can make the renovation process easier by not having to worry about how you're going to connect all these resources to get it done for you. Which lender do you go to that's right for you? They're all different. Which contractor do you bring in? How do you bring in a contractor? How do you bring in a designer? How does this whole thing work? Well, you want to come to this workshop here because we're going to spell it out to you, and everything we do is free. For you HGTV fans, Homebridge is going to talk to you about the Love It or List It option. This is where if you're in a home that's underwater and you would like to know how you can take advantage of this, again, these mortgages don't look at what your property is currently worth. They only look at what it's going to be worth. So Love It or List It says, well, I'm going to fix up my home and then I'm going to decide, do I want to stay there and love it or do I want to put it on the market and sell it? Going on. Guaranteed Rate is going to talk to you about how do you buy a foreclosure and make it your home. Think about it. All those boarded up properties out there, we can buy one of those. You can buy one and make it your home and flip it for yourself. Now you got the equity in it because you didn't have to pay a contractor to do it for you. You didn't have to buy from the investor whose profit was there. You can just do it yourself. You can buy any foreclosure that you see and get it fixed up to make it your home, make it yours. Guaranteed Rate is going to cover that. And then RE/MAX is going to teach you how to be a successful home buyer. For you folks out there renting, we're going to show you how to ensure that you win the property that you're going after. Or even if you're a seasoned home buyer, if you think you are, we're going to show you how to be a successful one because many people are out there putting offers on properties and losing because there's so few properties out there to buy. How do you ensure that you're the one to win it? Well, come to this event. Come to this workshop. RE/MAX is going to be giving that. And then when it comes to credit, we're going to have excellent credit services really debunk the mysteries of credit. Credit will no longer be a mystery once you come to this workshop. You'll walk out of there, okay, I know exactly what I need to do. And then NHS is going to give another workshop because they're one of the few lenders that I know that even if you don't have a credit score, let me say that again. Even if you don't have a credit score, they can help you get a mortgage and put you in a home today. So for you folks out there that are renting, don't think you have everything the way it's supposed to be, you got to find yourself at this expo this Saturday, ChicagoHousingExpo.com. This next one is a little different. It's called Rigorous Mathematical Thinking. We met these two professors, husband and wife team, that had this concept about mathematics. And it sounded so out there. But interestingly enough, our daughter had issues with math. And after a few sessions with them, that girl was talking calculus, all kinds of things. So if you have a child that, or I don't care if they're young or old, you just want to get them in this session just for the heck of it. And then we have People's Gas. We have all these other companies that are going to be there that are going to be able to show you all the things that you can do at this expo. All different types of companies from Studio 41, Climate Guard, Kohler, ComEd, People's Gas. We're going to set up a man cave there. We're going to have the City of Chicago there, Wells Fargo, Home Depot, Lowe's, Sears. I mean, you name it. Dogs, well, you don't want to run into them, but for you guys in the investment community, you need to know them. So, ChicagoHousingExpo.com. Just go there, click on work, click on register, and you can register for this awesome expo. So, I just want to spend a few more minutes just talking about some of the reasons why you may not be there. Well, if you can't make it there this Saturday for some strange reason, well, you can at least go to our website, the Village Network, and find out when the next workshop is going to be. That's villagenetwork.org. You can at least go there and find out when the next one's going to be. But if you think it's not for you, which means that you're not renting, you don't own a home, and you're not thinking about investing, then that's kind of weird, but tell someone else about it. You know, we need to share the good information when we get it. All too often we find out, it's found out about something like, you know what, that's not for me. But then we keep it to ourselves. We don't tell someone that we know it would be good for. You know, we have to share the information. I would clearly say, and I don't think anyone can argue the fact that knowledge is power. There's a story, I'm going to tell this last story that, just because this, maybe you can take this one with you. My dad, my late father, we pulled up to a stop sign. And next to us, this guy pulls up in it was a Bentley, a Rolls Royce. And immediately this guy comes out of nowhere and pulls out his little squeegee and starts cleaning his windows. And my dad said, what is the difference between that guy cleaning the windows and the guy driving the Rolls Royce? Well, I was only 16 or 17 at the time, and I'm naturally saying, well, one's got money, one doesn't. He said, yeah, that's true, but what else is different? I looked at him, I'm like, well, I don't know, Dad. What is it? He said, it's what they know or what they don't know. The only difference between those two men is that one knows some information that enabled him to be where he is. And the other one that's cleaning the windows, he didn't have that information. Knowledge is power. And numbers is more power. We all have someone in our family, someone that we know that's made it. But they keep that information to themselves. Doesn't make sense. Well, at least at this expo, we're going to be your family. You come out to this housing expo, I don't care if you're a renter. I don't care if you're a homeowner. I don't care if you've always wanted to find a way to make money in real estate. This housing expo is going to give you the knowledge, which is going to be the power for you to achieve your dreams. So we hope to see you this Saturday at Malcolm X College, 1900 West Jackson. You go to ChicagoHousingExpo.com and register now. If you do so, you come to this event, I guarantee you, you will not leave the way you came. You will be a better person. You will have information that you've always wanted to get. It's going to be there. I guarantee it. So, ChicagoHousingExpo.com. We look forward to seeing you there this Saturday. Spread the word. It's going to be one incredible, awesome event. We look forward to having you there. Again, ChicagoHousingExpo.com. Come and experience what all these vendors have to offer. We look forward to seeing you there. This is Warren Davis signing out for the Village Network. We'll see you next Monday. God bless and goodbye.